Risk management is one of the most important things in trading. Risk management is what is going to keep you alive in the market when we're not having good opportunity. A lot of people come into the market every single day expecting to see the same things. And that's not the case. The market goes through seasons. We go through waves. There's times when the market will provide good opportunity. There's times when the market will not provide good opportunity. And it's being able to recognize those things and being able to make the decision to position yourself differently from those ideas. Going into this week, I have been completely de-risked, and I've told my community as well. And the reason is because the market is at all-time highs. When the market is at all-time highs, we need a lot of structure to validate and give us a confident and convicted bias to be able to take a high-quality setup. Now, when you go into the market expecting the exact same thing every single day, expecting to see good action every single day, you won't see it. Risk management is in place to protect you from hurting yourself in times like this. Being able to recognize market conditions, being able to recognize when to be offensive, when to be defensive, the market is always providing opportunity. But the opportunity is not always to make money. The way that I view the market and the way that I completely like to rewire people's brains, especially in our community and our members, is there's times in the market when you need to recognize when to stay away and when to be offensive. And in a day like this and in the market, you're constantly getting opportunity. What I mean by this is not opportunity as in trades. It's opportunity to work on aspects of your trading that you don't normally or would not normally focus on. And most of the time, you need to be focusing on these things. But in a market when we are slow, when we are chopping, this gives you the opportunity to focus on capital preservation, to focus on lowering your size, understanding and focusing on your risk management, being able to keep the losses small. I see so many traders that come into the day and they'll take a loss and it ends up spiraling into 5 other losses, and then their account ends up getting blown by the end of the day. And the reason is because they're focused on not building good habits. They're focused on passing a funded. They're focused on getting a payout, growing their account. When you go into the market and you're constantly reminding yourself, oh, I have $500 left until I pass my funded account. Oh my God, you're constantly looking for trading opportunities. And those opportunities aren't necessarily good opportunities. When you start to switch your mindset and start thinking of the market as, again, you are being paid for your decision making. Trading is not a time-based game. You are not being paid to sit in front of the market and watch. You are being paid for your decisions. And until you start to realize that, and until you start to figure out ways in which you need to be trading, when is the high quality opportunity, when is the low quality opportunity, and how to position myself in those times, it's going to be very hard for you to see consistent growth. In this video, I want to talk about just the importance of risk management in a longevity mindset and being able to focus on what the market is teaching you and ways to take advantage of growing different aspects of your game. One of the biggest analogies and the things I like to tell to my community is in golf, you have different aspects of your game. You have your short game, you have your putting, you have your driving, long irons, short irons, right? You have this whole mix. And a good, great golfer has a good rounded game. They're good at their long game, they're good at their short game. In trading, it is the same thing. You need to be able to work on every aspect of your game. That means taking good trades, being able to have good leverage trades that you are confident in and have conviction in. And there's times when you need to also be working on your defense, which is capital preservation, practicing patience, practicing discipline, only taking good quality setups, recognizing conditions. In this type of market, we are at all-time highs. I'm constantly focused on recognizing when the market is going to provide good opportunity. And today was one of those days where going into this week, I was focused on that, capital preservation and defense, because I know we are not in probable high-quality market conditions, so there's no reason for me to be putting on my normal size, trading heavy, trying to make money, trying to pass a funded account, because that's not what the market and the opportunity that is currently giving me, right? So this gives me an opportunity to say, okay, what is the market doing right now? What should I be focused on? We're currently at all-time highs. I want to trade lower size until we get the structure to really validate what the bigger time frame draw is. And I'm sure you guys have been noticing as well, when we're at all-time highs, the market is going to be more unpredictable. It's going to be choppier action and less efficient action. So I'm using this opportunity to practice on my defensive game, because if you are focused on longevity, right? If you plan to be in this game for a year or 2 years, and you should be, I don't think you should be trading if you're not planned to be in a year or 2 years at least. But this gives me an opportunity to practice on that side of my game, being able to come into the market and say, hey, I'm expecting lower conditions today. I'm expecting probably choppier conditions. We don't have any news today as well. And I focus on lowering my size, being patient, being disciplined, recognizing things and building conviction. After the day, I go journal it, and it's another day in the bank.